Hello and welcome to my new video. Today I am going to demonstrate how to find the best available parts to upgrade your old PC. This is useful in case you don't have the budget to buy a new computer, but your old one is not powerful enough anymore to work or to play newer games. So with no further ado, let's get started. So the first thing you'll need is to find your motherboard model. In order to do so, open up the command prompt by clicking the Start button and just typing in CMD, and clicking on the very first result. In the appeared window, type in Sinfo32 and press Enter. Again, a new window will appear, and right here we can see various information about your system, but we are interested in the motherboard only, which is right here. We can see my motherboard is made by the company, Osrock, and the model number is H61MVS. Now that we have the motherboard model, we can determine which is the most powerful compatible processor we can put in our system. For that, I like to use a website called CPU Upgrade. This website provides all compatible processors for a particular motherboard. Let's try and find my motherboard and see what is the most powerful CPU I can actually put into my PC. Make sure to find the exact motherboard as the one you have. As you see, there are multiple variations of the same model. We will be provided with various information about our motherboard, but we are interested only in the processors. So let's scroll down a little bit, and right here you will see all the compatible processors with this motherboard. So basically your job right now is to find the most powerful one. Some processors might be in similar power. Considering this is an old motherboard and old processors, most likely you would have to buy a used one, and not always can you find a particular used part. From my experience, I have determined that the best processor I could actually use with this motherboard is the i7-3770K. Also, the i7-2700K is also a great option, which is very similar in terms of power. Thus, in such a case, I would be basically searching for either a used CPU, which I can actually find. Also, keep in mind that you may need to update the BIOS for some CPUs to work with your motherboard. I won't be getting into that in this video, but in case you will actually need to update your BIOS, I am sure you'll find a tutorial via Google. Also, if you're not tech-savvy, another great method to find the best available CPU for your motherboard is by taking the CPU socket of your motherboard and simply Google searching for the best processor available for the particular socket. In my case, my motherboard has the socket 1155, so let's copy this and go to Google and try to find what is suggested as the most powerful CPU for this particular socket. And by looking at the results, we can see that it's also the same CPU, which I have chosen by myself. So now that we know which processor we are going to upgrade to, we need to find the most powerful compatible graphics card. It's a little bit harder than it sounds. The reason is that if you put in a too powerful graphics card, it won't work at its full potential due to being bottlenecked by the CPU, as the power of the graphics card must be in line with the processors. If you're not a tech-savvy person, what I suggest is simply to use Google and search for the best suggestions made by experts. So for example, if I search for the best GPU alongside the CPU I have chosen, I will be provided with suggestions. As you see, different graphics cards are being suggested. All of them have similar power. Thus any of them would do, and they surely won't be bottlenecked. But make sure not to choose a graphics card with too low power, as you won't get the most potential from your system. I myself have chosen to use the i7-3770K CPU along with the GeForce GTX 1660 Super graphics card. This combo is ideal for my system, and basically that's the top point I can reach with my motherboard. So that's what I wanted to show you today. I hope you found this video useful. Make sure to like it if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. See you soon.